Action.
This is Matthew Tallarini from World Baseball Network. Here at the Italian American Baseball Foundation banquet dinner with Leif Skodnick. Leif, how does it feel to be here in Brooklyn, New York for the Italian American Baseball Foundation dinner?
Feels incredible. You know, Brooklyn, going back to the 1880s, has always been a baseball town, and wasn't far from here that originally the Superbas, the Dodgers, the Robins, all one franchise, of course, played before moving out to Los Angeles. But it's also great just to be a part of a great event like this, honoring Italian Americans in baseball, a game that I love, and enjoying cuisine that I love too.
And who would you consider the Mount Rushmore of Italian American baseball players, even in your lifetime or before your lifetime as well?
Well, that's a great question, and there's been so many, right? It's hard to pick just four, but if you could almost limit it to four that all played in New York, right? You could go with John Franco, Joe DiMaggio, Yogi Berra, and Mike Piazza, who's being honored tonight. I think those are four great Italian Americans that played all right here in New York for the Mets and the Yankees.
And how do you oversight with a guy like Tommy Lasorda? He's been such a remarkable figure in our sport. He's managed in so many iconic international tournaments and several Caribbean series, believe it or not. Tommy Lasorda has managed down in the Dominican Republic for Alicia del Tigres for several Caribbean series. What has it meant to have Tommy Lasorda be the ambassador of international baseball, and for Mike Piazza's resurgence with the game internationally?
He's a guy that really lived a baseball life from a very early age, signing with the Dodgers as a pitcher, playing in Montreal. He played internationally when he was in the minor leagues. Montreal was the longtime AAA affiliate of the Dodgers when the Royals played at Tallarini Downs in downtown Montreal there. And then came up to the majors, and then, took over from Walter Alston in Los Angeles and kept on living that baseball life, whether it was managing the Dodgers. He managed internationally for Italy. He played significant roles in American baseball as well. The role that he played in developing Mike Piazza as both a player and as now a coach and manager in the WBC for Italy has been spectacular. And he's certainly, as Italian-American figures go in the game of baseball, he's certainly one of the top.
And what would you say about this upcoming World Baseball Classic in 2023? The field has extended to 20 teams, and it used to be 4 teams out of group play. What is the surge for the international exposure with our sport alongside having 5 teams out of the World Baseball Softball Confederation Europe sector?
Well, it only broadens the pool of talent that we're going to see. As fans want to see more, right? They want more games. They want to see more players. And for fans of Major League Baseball, now they're going to get the opportunity to see some players they wouldn't ordinarily get to see. Maybe that scouts are going to get to see compete against real Major League talent in games that count for something. They don't count maybe for salary, but they count for national pride, and that goes a long way. I think with 20 teams in the World Baseball Classic, we're going to see some great games. We're going to obviously see some teams that are a little bit less competitive. I don't think Team Israel has a great chance at knocking off Cuba in the final, but if they get that far, that would be great. But it's going to be exciting to see. It's going to be, I think, a bigger event than it's been in years past, and have a broader place in the American baseball consciousness.
And what do you think about the 4 teams out of the Latin countries that are going to play in Miami? Nicaragua, the qualifier, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Venezuela are heavy powerhouses. What do you think about the Major League talent that we will see from those 4 specific countries out of Miami?
Well, we know we're going to see Major League talent out of Puerto Rico and out of the Dominican Republic. They're going to be just loaded with stars. Nicaragua, I think we're going to see some guys that are talented that probably will be able to get themselves a minor league contract out of their play in the World Baseball Classic. And then Venezuela, obviously, there are players that we don't know about that are going to be on the Venezuelan team, but there are also going to be some great major leaguers on the Venezuelan team. So I think, I don't think Nicaragua is going to advance out of that group, but I do think there are going to be some great games down there to see.
Well, there you have it, the case of everything else happening with the World Baseball Classic. It's going to be a total interesting tournament from the global spectrum and what we will see from the future Major League stars also. Without any ado, my name is Matthew Tallarini from World Baseball Network here at the Italian American Baseball Foundation Banquet Dinner in Brooklyn, New York.